So I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I started my career in Canada, and I tell the story, kind of my origin story to this. I wanted to be an ER nurse in nursing school, but of course, most clinical instructors and professors will say, no, 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 you can't do that. So literally, my professor laughed at me and said, I'll never be an emergency nurse in my face, like laughed at me. And it really crushed me for a moment. Then I was like, wait a minute, like who's this lady to tell me I can't do it? So literally, as a nursing student, I got hired in the ER. Not only did I get hired into the ER as a nursing student before I even took my boards and started working in there 2 days after graduation when all my friends were still looking for jobs. And I got two offers in two of the main emergencies. There were only two main emergencies in that city. This was back in Canada 20 years ago, which we didn't have residency programs at that time at the place I worked at. So this is for all the new grads and nursing students. Like, you can do whatever you want. And this is what led me to start this nurse career coaching business. And what I do is, I thought in the beginning, because naturally over the 20 years, I was always a preceptor, naturally fell into like that coach, mentor type, mama bear for the nursing students. I'm like, hey, be nice to them, because I always took them on. And then naturally went into education, got my master's in education. And I was like, I want to be an educator because I want to be a cool educator that inspires these nursing students and tell them, hey, you could do whatever it is you want. You don't have to do the old, traditional, boring, whatever it is they're telling you to do. You could be innovative and start where you want. You don't even have to start in a hospital. So that's kind of where that passion came from. It led from my own personal experiences, challenges, and adversities. So literally, I thought I was going to be doing technical things like just doing resumes only and just doing like interview skills, but it's much more than that. I'm actually transforming their lives and their like mindset. Two of the biggest things they always talk about is how now their perception has changed, their mindset has changed, and then their confidence has increased. So those are the two biggest things we kind of work on. And then them just learning like, hey, it is possible. I am enough. I'm a badass nurse. I can do whatever I want. So that's kind of like, what I help them do.
And I've seen you work with so many nurses. I've read through your recommendations. I remember when I first hopped on LinkedIn and you were like, you made this post and you were like, if you don't believe me, go read my recommendations. And I did. I went and through your recommendations and I was like, holy moly, this lady has like 4 pages of recommendations, but they were so great and spot on. And they just talked about how supported you were and how successful you were in helping them succeed in beating their imposter syndrome and really like lifting up the community in that way. So everything you do is so supportive in that way. And the way that you called yourself a mama bear, like, yes, I see that in your posts all the time. You're endearing, but you're fierce and you're also very forthcoming in your knowledge. The videos you post are very spot on. So if
Thank you.
anyone isn't already following Farrah on her social medias, we'll have that stuff in the show notes and everyone should be because she drops fire tips all the time.